The food was very delicious, Chloe. Thank you. So I guess I'm next, right? Chloe spoke as she wiped her mouth clean with a napkin before handing me a fresh one, which I accepted with a grateful nod. We had agreed that when it came to cooking, we would take weekly switches, and this time it would be her turn. Yup. By the way, I made sure to do this hairstyle because it reminded me of you. I spoke with a soft smile. Chloe's eyes rolled up in tears before she burst out crying. If there was one thing different about us, it was her sensitivity, which was a direct contrast to my insensitive self. Was losing such a bitter friend even worth the tears? If she accused you of stealing despite your innocence, then wasn't it evidence of her obvious dislike for you? What an idiot. As expected, I was the better me. After consoling Chloe, I sent her off to bed with a glass of juice I had slipped a few pills into. I laid her on the bed before sitting beside her, watching her attentively. Next, I picked up her hands, observing them closely, and as my eyes caught a certain gash on her finger, a wide grin spread across my cheeks. My eyes widened with indescribable emotions, and an odd laughter escaped me. My calm laughter soon turned maniacal, rocking my body, leaving it trembling with glee as I sighed deeply. Same gash, despite being at different places. Oh, Chloe, you really do have to die. After a quick leave, I was back with murder in my eyes. I gripped the knife in my hands accurately, with a distinct strength, and as I sent it deep into Chloe's stomach without hesitation, a brilliant crimson splattered across the bed. As a muffled cry slipped out of her lips, she quivered like a fish out of water, trembling like a patient having a seizure. I watched on blankly for a while until her rattling came to a stop, and picking up her hands to listen to her pulse, I was delighted to find it silent. So she was gone? The architect of my misfortunes was gone? The hand-wringer of my woes was finally destroyed? I hugged my shaking body as I savored the gladness that ran through my veins. The thrill of freedom enveloped my very being, sending me to near euphoria. With a trembling body, I slowly made my way to the mirror. I had to see myself without her reflection haunting me, but as I stared, a chill ran down my spine. What is this? My lips quivered as I stuttered. Raising my hands, I was met with a horrific sight. My hands stained with blood. All of a sudden, a terrible pain hit me like a wagon, crippling me to my knees as I gasped breathlessly. My head was beating as if 1,000 drums was being pounded within, and my vision blurred. I echoed in my mind as confusion and fear merged into my very being, leaving me helpless and lost in the bizarreness of this situation. Help! I need help! Someone! Anyone! Clinging to the last rush of adrenaline coursing through me, I dashed towards the dining area, disregarding my body's reluctance as I reached the table. Upon reaching, however, all strength left me and I tumbled weakly to the floor, coughing up blood onto my trembling hands. My weight sent the table rattling, causing my phone to tumble to the floor, and gritting my teeth, I stubbornly disregarded my body's weakness and made my way towards it. A little further, I muttered as I crawled towards my phone, paving a bloody path as I reached out to it. My eyes glanced swiftly at the table, quiet yet subtle presence of a single-used napkin lying on it, weirdly etching its presence into my freezing mind. One last time, I thought fuzzily. However, my paralyzed body refused to listen, and all I could do was lay on the floor bleeding to my death. Was this really how I would die? Just then, my phone vibrated, and a small mechanical voice came from it saying, "You've got a message from Mom. Did you take your meds?" My dazed eyes widened in shock one last time as the pieces finally fell together, leaving me truly baffled. Bloody sheets, a bandaged finger, one napkin, and the terrifying realization there was no clone. It was all me. I smiled with a sense of schadenfreude as the sweet irony overwhelmed my dying self. My death was eventually ruled as suicide, but now you know, I killed my clone and lived an amazing death after. Case number 5, murder ended. Number 4, loaded.